Hi, I'm Tim Roble, and welcome to another episode of Adventure Athlete. Today I'm going to talk about some of the updates that I've done to the truck over the last month and just kind of getting some of the fine details worked out. Now, I've been traveling since I've got this truck done. Went to my dad's, came back. This went to the spring shop for a week for the Atlas Springs and got that back, and I've just kind of been working out some of the details. We just got back from Cabo San Lucas for a week trip, so I feel like I haven't really had time to work on this. I basically got 2 days before I leave again, and then I'll be back the following week, and then I have to work on some client stuff. So like I said, first of the year is when this truck will probably be the closest to finish that it needs to be. But so far outside, let me show you what I have got done. So I put in these two eye hooks, and that sets up for a crossbar. So when this door is closed, I can run a crossbar across that, and then two pip pins secure that in. What I ran into was the back door, one of the locks. Even though it was fully locked, somehow when you're off-road and it shakes and rattles, it works it in and unlocks it. So that would not be good for that ramp to fall down. So the bar gives me certainty that we're going to be good there. Added a toilet brush. I've secured the toilet in with a strap, and just kind of working out little fine details there. Down low, got the Atlas Springs, and that's set up super nice, and I'm happy with how they turned out. Communication really wasn't the best. Initially, I was supposed to take this in, and it was going to be a 3-day job for about $1,000. Ended up being a week job for $1,400, and we did not use the back hole. When I talked to Fernando, I said, build this like you would build your own, and I did not get to talk to him when I picked it up. Talked to one of his guys, and this is what I got. That being said, that's not what I wanted, but I have to say that it works phenomenal. So I don't know exactly what happened there. Really not crazy about the extra time, but I would rather have it right than right now. I think better communication would have made me feel a little bit more confident, especially the first time I'm using him as a vendor. But all in all, it works out great. The shock cycle about 7.5 up travel, 7.5 down, maybe 8 down. Getting real close to getting 15 inches to 16 inches out of this. It's hard to tell. The springs are still breaking in, but it articulates very well off-road, and the chassis stays stiff, and the suspension does the work just like I had planned. Now, the bypass shocks, I have the two rebound, 2 clicks out from closed, and then I have the one compression, 2 clicks out from closed. I really don't like to smoke anything down and keep something closed, but the valving is too soft for this setup. So I said from the beginning, once I got everything together, everything set up, I'll take it to Wayne at Alltech, and he will set it up. He's going to revalve the shocks, and we'll have it so we can play with the adjusters and get the exact tune that I want. Got no problem thinking about that. We did move the axle back. That gave me more drive shaft clearance that I had, because remember, I have a longer yoke on the new Currie Dana 60 axle. Inside, what I'm working today, trying to take care of this mess. This is pretty much my load of equipment I'm taking, with the exception of that compressor's coming out as soon as the ARB is done. But today I'm working on wiring up the winch. It's not wired to the battery, and then I'm going to put a panel in here that'll be it'll match the carpet inside, and then on this side will be black to match this side. So I'm going to take care of the details and get this headliner up and out of the way, and kind of get that set up. So I think I can get through that today. Maybe work on building the box out tomorrow. Going back inside, we took a trip down to Santa Monica, and to the Marshalls of all places, and found some of these baskets that just added a level of organization. This is will be for fruit. Right now it's got, you know, beef jerky and power bars and different stuff in it. nuts, granola, and pistachios. Talking about lean manufacturing, to be exact. In the shop, I use lean all the time. Meaning, what is lean? My definition of that is having the tools that you need in that cell to do the jobs that you do in that cell. For instance, my blacksmith shop. All of the tools match in color, and therefore that blacksmith shop. When I'm doing smithing, I don't want to have to go run inside the shop while a piece of metal is getting cold. Everything I need is right there. The wood shop. All the tools are painted to match the wood shop, and I know that they go back in the wood shop. So everything that I need to work wood is in the wood shop. Everything I need for sheet metal is in sheet metal. That being said, I want to apply lean to inside the truck. Not necessarily lean manufacturing, but just being lean. So this basket was a candle holder. Had little legs on it. I cut those off. I cut a trough in the top so the lights could show through. And this works out as a perfect cell for my coffee. Everything I need to make coffee is right there. So grab the kettle, pull the stove out, and coffee is simple and easy. You got the grinder, you got the coffee, you got the mugs, the pour over container, and then that funnel goes back into the cup here. When that boils, you pour it over slowly and you have perfect coffee. So I like the cells. First big thing is getting this drawer packed, and this is set up with all my motorcycle gear, mountain bike gear, hiking gear, clothes for just about any occasion. Now we're coming into winter, so I got, this goes real deep. So jackets in the back, and then everything forward. I went ahead and bought new underwear and new socks and everything just to have new stuff out on the trips. But that worked out real well. I need to pare down because I left no room for my wife to pack. One of my most prized possessions, and it makes me a little emotional even to think about this. Jan Machete, Buddy Bob, his mom watches my channel. She's, I think, 70 years old, somewhere in that area, and she said, I'd like to make him something for the truck. She sews, so she made me this blanket, and it's got adventure stuff all over it. So thank you so much, Jan. That's so nice. I'm really touched by somebody that cared enough to make something for my handmade project, that she took the time to make me a nice blanket, and that'll keep me warm for years and years to come. And it's just, bear camp and base camp and arrows, and it says adventure and enjoy the outdoors. I mean, it's just a perfect blanket for inside of here. So thank you so much. I so appreciate that. Blown away. Can't thank her enough. Anyway, back to what we're doing here. I set these little baskets up from Marshall's, and that seems to work out really, really well for organization. One of the things I did is I just did 2 stainless steel eye hooks and a screw, and that's the latch mechanism. Now this has a magnet in it, and a lot of the drawers don't come open easy, but they do come open. So I'm packed with that, and I thought that was just a nice, clean, easy way to set that up. And even off-road, the screw doesn't bounce out. It's got enough little teeth in it to hold it in place. I put a magnetic knife holder in, and I watch a lot of YouTube myself, and one of the channels I watch is one of the guys that I think he's in Bosnia, and he cooks like hamburgers and different stuff outdoors, but everything's all done outdoors with this crazy looking knife. So I ended up ordering one of these off of eBay, and it's a Sanmai construction, so meaning that it has a hard inner layer and a soft outer. They basically take a piece of low carbon steel and they split it, and then put a piece of hard steel in the middle, and then smith that all back together, forge weld it, and that's just a cool knife, and it's super sharp. We were cutting the other day, we're cutting tomatoes. grapes just to see how it cut. And super impressed with that and how that works. So I got that. The magnetic knife holder is working real well. None of the knives have popped off, even off-road. Real happy with the setup. Down here I added another one of those baskets, and here again it was at Marshall's. I think these baskets were like $5 each, and some of the smaller ones up here was I think $2.50. It just, you know, couldn't make it for that cheap. But anyway, I'm all set up and packed. One of the things that I have changed is I had the propane up top here. I still can do that, but the cover to the stove right here is gone now. I took that off. Less parts is better because it got hung up on the drawer, and I had a heck of a time getting the drawer back open and kind of ended up having to mangle that cover to get it off. So this is a much better, stronger, safer setup. So doing it that way, and you can see the line is right there, and there's the propane. Not a big deal to put it all back together and make it simple. I did move the paper towels, and I think that kind of cleaned up this area up here kind of nice. That's going to be it for today. That's kind of my bigger updates. I'm going to be working up front here. Probably the next video you're going to see from me is going to be a review of our Cabo trip, what to pack, and what I would pack next time, because I would do it a little bit different, and I'll share why and show you through that. But I appreciate each and every one of you. The viewers are what make this channel and what keep pushing me to keep making these videos. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for all the new subscribers out there. You have any questions, you want to comment, want to answer, please hit me up in the comments below. I'm Tim Rubble. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you here next time.